feeling like a weenie, but now it's 5:30. It's time for a martini. Welcome to our show. Welcome to our Kiki, the 5:30 Quarantini. Hello! Welcome to the show. I'm Michael Hull.
I'm Dylan Bustamante.
And this is gonna be fun, you guys. Happy Thursday.
So fun. It's gonna be so fun. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, Michael. It is time for happy hour.
It is time for happy hour. Dylan, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I love this propeller moment you're giving us.
Oh my gosh.
The back of the head.
Yeah, I tried to zoom in or get up closer to my computer a little bit so I don't have like this going on.
So you don't look like that. Dylan, where are you coming to us from today?
That's so funny. I was just gonna ask you the same question, Michael, because this isn't our normal backdrop.
This is not our normal backdrops. You guys, we are coming to you from sunny Cape Cod. Don't you worry, we're being very safe. It involved a lot of testing and some quarantining.
Yes.
But we are coming from a new location this week, and we're pretty stoked about it. Hello, I see a lot of people coming in the comments. We're so happy you're here. Hi, Joy. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Karen. Hi, Trip. Hey, Mom. You guys, our guest today is one that we have been looking forward to for quite some time.
We finally tracked him down for this episode.
We did, and we have a lot to catch up about.
Yes.
But also, welcome. If you are a fan of the channel, you know that it's week 2 of our other shows. Good Morning Tonight just had its second episode last Tuesday with Jessica Vosk, Jerry Mitchell, Susan from Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. It was a parade of stars. Thanks to everyone who tuned into that. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to catch that next week. And then MT Trivia also did their second round with Natalie,
Joy
and
Johnson,
JJ Relentless,
and KTP, Kylie Taylor Parker.
I see a lot of love. I see a lot of love coming into the comments for Newsies. Yes, we know, guys. We know. It's going to be a good one. Dylan, what do you say we jump right into it?
Let's jump right on in. Why
Newsies
not?
forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yes.
You guys, our guest today toured the country in the national tour of Spring Awakening before returning to New York City to make his Broadway debut in the smash mega hit Newsies. His performance as Davey was forever immortalized when Disney filmed Newsies for its movie release. And after more than 1,000 performances, he finally put that banner down and hit the road again, this time starring as Barryman in Beautiful, the Carole King musical. He is a favorite of the New York City concert scene, and he's known for his silky smooth riffs and runs. And I call him Cool Guy Ben because he's just really freaking cool. Let's take a look at our guest today. It's Ben FANKHAUSER.
Now it's time to see the day. Answer the call and don't delay. We'll be riding if we're united. Let us seize the day. Let me be your ride out of town. Let me be the place that you hide. We can make our lives on the go. Run away with me. Alabama heat, sign me up. We'll be on the road like some country song. Won't be long, Sam, you're ready. Where does it say you gotta live and die here? Where does it say a guy can't catch a break? If I were in their skin, I'd treasure every instant. Looking for attention, not another question. Should you stay or should you go? Well, if you don't have the answers, why are you still standing here? Hey, walk away. Someday soon, we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star on the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas. Yes, have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Merry Christmas. to
Christmas
all
in
of us.
August, I guess. Christmas in August. Ben, how are you?
Oh, hi, boys. It's so good to see you. This is such a trip. Oh my gosh. Great video.
I
Thank you
l-
for that. Lovely.
Oh my,
I loved watching Ben watch
thank
that
you. I mean,
video.
it was you.
I was like, oh my God. And that one. It's like the greatest hits.
I had a great time putting that reel together. There are some real gems of you on the internet, Ben. But I had to go with my favorites. So
Thank you
have
so
yourself a
much.
merry little Christmas. I
You
don't care
know-
what month it is.
Cool guy, Mike, that you nailed it. First of all. Second of all, it made me very nostalgic for the live theater and for the live concerts. I was like, oh my gosh, remember how fun that was? That was like our lives.
I know. I really
true.
miss 54 Below because it kind of felt like summer camp.
I know, right?
Like I used to just love hanging out at 54 Below and like just it was never ending.
How does
fun.
that-
I think I was just gonna say between I think from like 2013 to 2014, I actually lived at 54 Below. I had there put a little cot in the basement for me under the stairs.
It was like you, Bonnie Milligan, like the usual suspects.
Molly
the ones who were
Hager.
just like,
Molly Hager was always there.
Oh yeah, we lived there. We lived
Yeah.
there, right next to Charlie Rosen's upright bass.
yeah.
Yes. The bass.
Oh
he used
my-
he used to store a bass there. That's a true story.
I know.
Yeah, well, because he was there all the time.
I lived
Mhm.
there. My second-
Ben, we are so glad you're here. Can't wait to catch up with you. Where are you coming to us from today?
I am coming. Funny enough, so you guys mentioned you are on Cape Cod in the same house. Little did you know, I might be in the attic. Just kidding.
What?
You're like, wait, where's this going? I'm coming from Harlem, New York.
Work.
Home for the last 8 years. So
Mhm.
I've been holding up here since March 12th, I guess. And yeah, I've been making it happen. I turned my office into a studio, like a Zoom studio. And
Yeah, this is very profesh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I've been just living my life. Oh, come on. I just been living my life on the internet.
I love
Yeah.
it. You're part of the Stick It Out Club. Have you been in New York City the whole time?
That's right. The Stick It Out Club. That's right. But
Yeah.
not, in 2 weeks, I'm going on a road trip. I'm renting a car and I'm going to go visit my family in Ohio because I need a vacation. It's just been,
Yeah.
I've been sticking it out too long.
It's
Yeah.
been a minute. Remember Tiger King, which feels like it was simultaneously last week and also 4 years ago?
I know.
Tiger King. So if you think about it now that you just said March 12th, I was like, wow, it's officially been 5 months. It's been since
Oh,
Oh
since,
yeah.
since it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Wild.
That makes me need a drink. So look at
Perfect.
this.
Look at
Look
that
at this
segue.
segue. Ben, this is empty at the moment, but what is your drink of choice? What are we sipping on this evening?
No, I enjoy sipping on a little bit of whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Sort of also reminds me of my 54 Below days. You sing the few songs, go to the bar, get a little whiskey, enjoy the show.
mhm.
And so this is all very nostalgic for me right now. But I am
It
going
is.
with the last little dredges of my Maker's Mark. This is how you know you've been
Work.
in too long. Can y'all see the end? The end is in sight. It's
Oh,
inevitable.
the end is in sight there.
It's inevitable. And what's more, I have prepared a special rocks ice cube with a little melted water at this point, but it's good. But guess what this cup is from? Any guesses? Why
It
would you say this?
is.
No, good guess though.
It's from Paris.
Gigi.
Oh my gosh.
Is it Gigi?
I was at that opening night party.
Did you get a souvenir glass?
I don't think I was that fancy. I don't think I got a souvenir glass.
What do you mean fancy? You just had to go snoop it out. You had to just sneak it off someone's
Oh
table.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I was very busy drinking, and I don't think I was looking for the swag. I was just looking for the cocktails.
Steve,
Wait,
No.
Gigi was 4 years ago.
2015.
So
That's
5,
insane.
6.
Oh, that's 5 years
Five.
ago.
Yeah. God.
Oh, all right, let's drink.
April 8th. Shout out to Gigi on Broadway. Let's drink. I'm gonna fill the remainder of my whiskey.
All right. I brought this
Yeah.
ice up, so I'm gonna drink the water out of the ice,
Yeah, same.
and then I'm just gonna splash her in. Work.
Yeah. This is how much whiskey we have left in this house, by the way. just a little bit of whiskey left in this house.
You guys are fine. You could look at that'll last a whole weekend.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we only have one more day, so we'll.
So we got to finish it tonight. We'll see.
Drinking.
Well, cheers, you guys. Happy hour. Ben, we're so happy you're here. Oh,
Thank you
Dylan's
for
still making
having
a
me.
drink.
Sorry, I forgot to do the pouring part. But cheers.
Cheers. There it is. Yes.
Cheers, everybody out there.
Yes, I see so many familiar faces in the comments. Welcome. We're so glad you're here. If this is your first time tuning in or your first time since we moved from Instagram over to YouTube, just a reminder that we don't know you're here until you comment. So by all means, throw a comment in there so we can show you some love.
Throw a question in there. Throw a comment.
If you have burning questions for Ben Fankhauser, now is your time to shine.
Okay. An inspirational quote.
An inspirational quote. If you just want to brighten our day, it's all available. Yes. This is my first time watching. Well, thanks. Ben, so I did a little stalking of you today. I want to just run down the kind of the hot points of Ben Fankhauser. Started in Spring Awakening, national tour, star. But before Ernst. Before that, I read somewhere in a dark corner of the internet today that your real first breakout role was as Crutchy in an unlicensed production of Newsies.
That's for real. That's actually for real. Wait, I'm going to try and multitask for 1 second. I should have come prepared, but I'm going to talk to you guys about that. So that was at a summer camp.
Work.
My mom put me in theater summer camp because she just, what else were you going to do with me, young me, who was bouncing off the walls, which is what she did. And we did 2 shows that summer. One was Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Many colors.
Many brothers.
Many brothers. So many brothers. And they went ahead and cast me as Joseph. Can you imagine? And that was in the same summer. I think that was the second show we did. But the first show we did was Newsies, where they cast me as Crutchy. And this was like a bunch of, 18 to 21-year-old counselors who loved the movie from
So just like the original Broadway company.
It was, they might have been, literally imagine the original Broadway company babysitting a bunch of kids at summer camp. And they all loved the movie of Newsies. And so they like rewrote the screenplay. I think we had Illegal Newsies is the funniest thing. I mean, that's why they developed the show in the first place, was to make a licensable version, because Disney knew that people all over the place were doing, the stage version of this beloved movie.
Yeah.
So I was Crutchy with a buzz cut and a metal crutch from CVS. And I think we had 2 identical twins in the camp. They played the Delancey sisters because, and there were just probably hundreds of kids, just hundreds of Newsies, all made up names. My favorite thing about youth theater productions is like, you can help take some of the burden off of a lead role by just casting the lead with a few best friends. So like, I think of like, if you were to direct like The Little Mermaid and you'd have like Ariel and then her like 3 best friends, they'd be like, she wants to be where the people are. And everyone would be like, she wants to see one dancing. You know what I mean? Just you divvy up the part nice and evenly to everybody.
Yeah. It's like when you split, speaking of Joseph, it's like when you split the narrator into like many narrators and share the wealth.
The more, the merrier. Because that's an easy role to sing.
Yeah. Something like that.
Totally. Yeah.
I'm now planning
4 girls.
I'm now planning my version of Wicked, where Elphaba is shared between like 5 fierce women.
Something has changed within her. Something is not the same, right? And then the other one comes stage left, creeping on.
Yeah, something is not the same because she ain't me.
And all the Elphaba has to do is just stand there and like take it in and like hear the voices in her head.
Yeah, being all green like.
Acting is mostly reacting.
That's what they say. Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that. So then obviously you went on, you graduated from your youth production of Newsies to the capital T, the production of Newsies, the show that is kind of made your splash and you can't escape. Right.
Which is fine. I can't escape it, but like, who cares? It's it's just like the gift that keeps on giving. Do you see I just hugged myself? That's so weird. That's exactly what it's like. It's a gift you can't escape, but it is a gift, and it's just what a lovely thing. And like, I was a fan of the movie when I was a kid, so when I was right out of college auditioning for the show, I mean, it was one of the first auditions I had. Maybe I had 5 to 10 auditions before, and it was like, I was so excited about it, and I was 22. I didn't know anything, so I didn't know like that it might be a big deal. In fact, none of us really knew it would be a big deal. We were just happy to do it because the music is so infectious, and we're like, oh yeah, the stage version, it'll be great.
Yeah, and it was great. And I just think it's so cool that it sparked this unbelievable community in a way that like shows have not, it was unprecedented at the time. Like the way that people came out of the woodwork to love on that show and that cast and all of it.
I would see it multiple times. The fandom was insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cool. And they're still out there. Newsies is still bringing such joy to people, which is just so cool. But we're not here to talk about Newsies because we've talked about Newsies. I want to talk about, so after Newsies, you went on the road with Beautiful.
I did. I spent 2 years out on the road. Yes, ma'am. I probably did close to 1,000 shows of Beautiful. Maybe not 1,000, but close to it. I mean, I think
Wait, that's crazy.
I know, right? In what right mind? Who invented 8 shows a week? That's my question.
Yeah.
What about a 5? What about
You know who did it? You know who did it? Somebody who's not doing the 8 shows a week. Somebody
That's
not
true.
actually doing it definitely invented it.
That's right.
That is true. That is true.
But my God, what a beast of a role. If you guys don't know, this is living in, speaking of living in the attic, this is like you're belting, you're up in the rafters the whole time.
High comedy, high vocals.
Yeah, I did see, it didn't make it into your intro cut today, but you guys go to YouTube and just look up Ben Fankhauser Beautiful. There are some appearances you did. There's a few. There's no like bootleggy stuff, but there's like some, you sang in a bookshop or something. You sang with one of your co-stars. There's some really great stuff up there.
Thanks. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that show, man. You know, talk about, so the great Jared Spector originated the role of Barry Mann on Broadway, Tony-nominated performance. I remember seeing that show and being skeptical of another jukebox musical coming in town, and just being bowled over by it. I was so moved. I thought it was amazing, and I thought Jared Spector was just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
And I remember writing to my agents at intermission of that show in when did it come in? 2013, 2014?
Something like that, yeah.
2013, I think, yeah.
And I was like, are they doing a tour of this? What's the deal? I feel like I could play Jerry or Barry. I mean, I probably can't really play Jerry because I'm just more of a Barry. What can
More of a Barry.
Yeah, you're more of a Barry.
At the time, I was just like, I feel like this is my world. I'm a musician myself. I know these guys. I really know these guys. And so that was a fun memory because I was like, I saw myself, you know, I sort of like manifested that, I feel like in some small way. And that's a nice memory.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And the songs that like Barry Mann, the character, gets to sing in that show are like some of my favorite moments from that whole show. Like, we gotta get out of this place. Like,
somebody just commented that Ben has the best version of Gotta Get Out of This Place that she's ever heard.
Well,
so
Ben, let's hear it. No, I'm kidding.
That took just an entire year of warming up to be able to get that. Okay. And
oh my God.
Learning how to like fake play the guitar, that was hard too, but really fun. And I got to meet Barry. He sent me like a lovely note on my opening night. And then we got to meet a year later. And you know what was the best? Another really great thing about that show in particular, taking it across the country, was seeing baby boomers, you know, like people in their 60s and stuff like that, like taking me by the shoulders and being like, you don't understand. This is my music.
Yeah.
And you gave me the gift of reliving my like youth. And that is such, and let me tell you, I got that probably every night from many different baby boomers. And they're like, no, you've never heard this before, but this was my music. And I'm like, yes.
Yep.
And it's so special to be able to, you know, as an actor, as an artist, that's the stuff we're looking for. We're looking to make people nostalgic and remember their youth, and to, you know, to think about the possibility of change and to make them feel empathy and all that good stuff. So it was a really rewarding time, even though I was away for so long.
Yeah, I saw it with my mom when I saw it on Broadway, and it was one of those where like after every song started, she was like nudging me, being like, "Do you know this one? Do you know this one? This is I love this song. This is my music." I was like, "Yeah, Mom, I know it."
We called that the moo because you know, when there's like 1,000 people in a room and they all do a little all at the same time, it's like it's like this roaring like so you would like say the note, and yes, Adina, nostalgia is so strong. Yeah, you'd say your little cue line, and then you hear like
I mean, it means they're paying attention. So like, I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
What's that Barry Mann? So that Barry Mann line in the show where it's just like on Broadway, and then you just like go off stage, and then like the song on Broadway starts.
The good memory. That's actually Cynthia's line, because we're worried because we're like, Carole and Jerry keep getting #1 hits, and they're like, the Locomotion, the babysitter wrote that song. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I thought of a perfect name for our new song. It's called One Thin Dime. And she looks and she's like, huh. And then Barry's like, why? What were you thinking? And she's like, on Broadway. Bump. Yeah,
bump.
Is there anything better?
It's so good. And Cynthia, who was played at one point here on Broadway by your Newsies castmate, Cara Lindsay, a former guest of the show and just another one of our favorite people in the whole wide world.
The great Cara Lindsay. I wish I could have seen her as Cynthia. I wish I could have done it with her as Cynthia. I mean,
I was going to say, what a dream casting to see.
I mean, if
you guys
anyone...
together.
If anyone that casts Beautiful is listening, we're ready for that. So
I'm ready for summer 2022 at Sacramento Music Circuit. Let's go.
Yes!
I got to see her do it on Broadway, and I have to tell you, she's so effing funny.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so talented and just so funny. And somehow every time I see her do anything, I am continuously surprised at how funny she is.
She's amazing.
Just in like such a real, accessible, like just their way. We love her. We love her on this show. We love you on this show. I'm ready for 22 at Sacramento Music Festival.
Yeah, come out to Sacramento.
Oh my God, obsessed. So Beautiful, obviously. Older music, very kind of classic melodies that we know and love so much. Yeah. And you sound, on the stuff that I've heard on YouTube, you sound stunning on it, obviously. But your kind of home bass style is a little jazzier than that. Right. You've kind of been you've really made a name for yourself in the New York City circuit as kind of the man with the golden runs and riffs and silky smooth vocals. Have you always sung in that style? Is it a learned style? Talk to me about your influences as a vocalist.
Okay, first of all, thank you. That's just strokes my ego in a lovely way. Thank you so much for saying that. I've always done that. I've had an obsession with Motown, with gospel, and with soul and R&B since I was a young boy. I don't know quite what that is. I think my mom listened to a lot of Motown, so that's what that was. And I do remember one year I was doing a production at my synagogue, at the temple, in the basement of the temple. And one day, the basement, once a week, rented out space to this Baptist church. And I went down there and I heard this gospel music. I mean, like, dum 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 dum, like just soul, earth-shaking gospel music. And I was like, what is this? I mean, I felt it. I really felt it. So that being said, I've always sung like with soul and like riffing, and partly because I'm a piano player. So like, I sort of, when I'm visualizing it, I see it in like scales, kind of, which I imagine is probably what a jazz musician, when they're like going off on the trumpet, they're doing scales and stuff like that, I think. So that's what it feels like. And I have memories of being in like 9th grade and doing, what were we doing? I think we were doing Smokey Joe's Cafe, and my music director at the time, I know, right? I was singing like, where is this? Like, there goes my baby, da-da-da, moving on down the line. I was singing that song, and I'm sure I was like going, like moving on down the line or something like that. And my music director was like, Ben, less Usher. He kept saying less Usher. And that's a memory that I find kind of silly, because I'm just thinking of like an adult looking at like this kid who's like trying to sing like he's on the radio, but really it's just like, it just felt natural to me. It wasn't a thing that it was, I'm trying to do this one thing. It's just part of the fabric. And to also address what you said is like, is it a learned thing? I do think it can be learned. I think sort of like anything can be learned, but I do think it can be learned. And it's, I think the first way to do it is to think of it as part of the fabric of your sound, rather than just like a special skill that you can do sometimes or not do. Yeah. It's like woven into the feeling of the sound. So all that to say, yes, I've been riffing like this since I was a little boy. And it's so funny that you mentioned the soundtrack of Beautiful being of, like late 60s and 70s and stuff like that, or even earlier, going back to earlier.
Yeah.
We didn't quite have Aretha Franklin yet. We didn't quite have Stevie Wonder yet. And people that I feel like I've based, that are huge influences on me. Yeah. And during some of the early rehearsals for Beautiful, my You Gotta Get Out of This Place was me, Ben Fankhauser's You Gotta Get Out of This Place. Yeah. Lots of riffs and all this. Because that's how I was feeling it. I'm like, okay, I'm a songwriter. This is the moment in 1970 when my music is like taking it to the next level. Like I literally
it's getting fanked up, if you will.
And I will. I really will. It's like come down center stage, spotlight, rock out. So I'm like, whoa, I'm like doing all this stuff. And my music director was like, pointed out to me, he's like, you're doing things that didn't exist yet in the history. People didn't hear their voices like this, or that we didn't hear that commercially yet. So that was an interesting learning curve for me, was how do I not necessarily rely on what I do automatically, and how do I stay true to the story? And it's fun. It's funny to hear you say that, because that was like, I struggled with, is like, how do I not make this contemporary like crazy? But you're right, that's what I do. I fank it up.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned
Fanked Up Broadway.
Ben's Fanked Up Broadway. You mentioned loving to riff. You mentioned having a memory of riffing, and we're going to use this as a segue, because you guys, it's time for today's game of the day. All right, Ben, today's game is inspired by your reputation as the man with the riffs and the runs. Ben Fankhauser, you are a favorite of the concert and cabaret scene here in New York City, and you appear pretty regularly at venues like Feinstein's 54 Below, Joe's Pub, and beyond, always wowing the audience with your distinctive take on another bop. And oftentimes, this includes some pretty spectacular riffs. For today's game, I can't believe we're about to play this. For today's game, Dylan and I will play you a riff, and only a riff, from one of our favorite Ben Fankhauser YouTube clips. What you have to do is attempt to tell us what song you are singing. In a new game we're calling Name That Funky Riff.
This entire house on Cape Cod has been just listening to Ben Fankhauser all day.
I don't know whether I should be thrilled and excited or terrified.
Listen, I don't know either. Like, when we were making this, I was like, either this is going to go over fantastically or it's not. So we're going to find out what happens.
Yeah.
These are riffs currently available on the thing we call YouTube. They are cut right out of your live performances, and we're going to play you the riff, and we're going to see if we can name the song. Now, of course, as always, the comments are yours to use. So if you're watching the show and you're a Fankhauser fan, do we have a name for your fans? The Fanhausers?
The Fanhausers.
Sure. I like it.
If you're a fan of the Ben Fankhauser vocal stylings, and you might have seen some of his stuff on YouTube, please feel free to chime in, comment, help us out. Because some of these are trickier than others, but let's give it a shot. Dylan, do you have the game pulled up and ready to go? Uh-oh, did Dylan just freeze?
Oh, it looks like he might have.
Dylan. Well, we have a contingency plan for this, so let me open mine, and Dylan might just have to come upstairs and join me in this frame. Dillsies. Oh, well.
I bet he's back off.
Well, we'll see what happens. We have a contingency plan, so let me go ahead and hit present on this on my end. My gosh, look at us learning different Wi-Fi. This is going to be great. It's going very well so far. Yes. I wonder if he's like still talking to the computer, like as if we're there. Like, do you think he knows he's frozen? It's going to be great. Oh. I can hear him coming. I hear footsteps coming up the stairs.
Yay.
You guys, I'm actually in the attic. That's how I know that Ben isn't here. But Dylan, come and join me in the attic.
Hello. Thank God we're in the same house together.
Wow. We're gonna need a monitor.
Yeah, and we're gonna need to set it up on here.
Yep, I already did it. All right, here we go. Ben, close your eyes for just a second, because all the answers are about to flash before.
And everybody watching at home.
Your eyes.
How do you put this on your ear?
It goes over your right ear like an in-ear monitor. Great. You guys, look at how much fun we're having.
Oh, don't look.
All right, Ben, you're welcome to come back now. Okay. Here we go. Here comes your first question of name.
Do that one first.
That funky riff. Can you hear that?
Yeah, baby.
Yep. Let me play it for you one more time. If you're in the audience and you know what it is, feel free to chime in. Here is your funky riff one more time.
That sounds a little bit like Love on Top.
Nailed it.
Yes. Okay.
You're the one I need.
Ah, how dare you? You're 1 for 1. There you go. It was in fact Beyonce's Love on Top.
Oh, great song. Great.
Yes.
All right, let's
and you
see
did
how-
that one with Corey Mock and
Corey Mock, Russell
Russell Fisher?
Russell Fisher.
Yep,
Yes.
and Joshua Stephen Carter is on piano, who is
who's just a genius.
oh my
Just
God.
a genius.
Is this the best piano player?
I just texted everybody. Oh, yes. I said, I need a chair.
Yeah, you guys, Dylan's doing a squat right now. Thanks, Broadway's Ben Rappaport. Thanks for stopping by to drop off a chair.
Stage manager.
Equity stage manager Ben Rappaport, you guys, former guest of the show. All right, Ben Fankhauser, you are 1 for 1 in Name That Funky Riff. Here comes your second. We should skip this one for now, right? Go to this one.
Yeah, go to that one.
Cool. We're really working hard here. Okay, here comes your second funky riff. This is the riff and only the riff. We would like to know if you can tell us what song you were singing.
Oh wow! Man, it's tough because, okay, like you have vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
You have like your riffing vocabulary, and that is I use that one a lot. So I one thing I hear is horns, I think.
Let's play it again. Here we go.
Let's play it again.
You may be appearing in a show produced by someone we've already talked about on this broadcast.
Okay, I know because of that. That was good.
Yes.
This is a Charlie Rosen part. Okay.
It is.
Is this You'll Never Walk Alone?
Through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and flow.
Nailed it. We are 2 for 2. You guys, amazing Jackie _Cox got it. You'll Never Walk Alone. Way to go.
Oh my
So did
gosh.
Cox.
These are the people that are watching your videos.
Y'all.
Look at all these people that got this right.
I'm so impressed. You guys nailed. All right. Ben, you're 2 for 2. I'm very impressed.
Yes.
Let's go here next. How do you feel about this one?
Yeah, let's do that one.
Yeah.
next.
Okay. Here it comes. This is your third funky riff.
Okay.
I can't
You're
believe we're
kind
playing
of
this
saying
game.
the word in the song.
Yeah, this one I know. Sky, the word sky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is Skyscraper. Demi Lovato.
Nail.
I love a pop song just in the shreds of emotion. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm a skyscraper.
Oh my God. I
guys-
like everyone's getting these. This is insane.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm very impressed with everybody's ability to name the funky riff.
Yes.
Needless to say, this is going better than we thought.
100%.
Except for the fact that you're up here in my shot.
Right,
But
which is totally fine.
Listen, it's a pandemic. We're making it work.
Yeah.
All right. If you're
We
just
can't
tuning
do this
in,
if I was in Queens and you were in
Correct.
Manhattan, so.
if you're just tuning in, welcome to the 5:30 Quarantini. This is our guest, Ben Fankhauser. He is a rifter extraordinaire, and we are playing Name That Funky Riff. We're playing you riffs that Ben has sung in live appearances, recorded live at some sort of cabaret space, usually in New York City.
Usually 54 below.
Usually 54 below. And we are attempting to name, not attempting, we're succeeding at naming what performance they are from. Here comes your next, how do I feel about this one?
Oh, yeah. This is a really hard, you have to really listen on this one.
Let me turn this towards you a little
Very
bit. Here we
quick.
go. Oh, she quick. One more time, just for the folks at home. Here we go.
Okay, I think I know this, you guys. Oh, yeah. I think this is Touch Me. Oh, am I wrong? Am I right?
Oh my God, what a bitch.
Work!
That one slayed me in your show. It
Thank you.
slayed me.
You know, I'm really proud of that arrangement. Because I remember that was like one of the first reunion type concerts I did.
Yeah.
So it was the first time I thought about like, okay, how do I wrap up my whole experience with something in a I don't know. Hi Aaron. Oh, and hi Bandit. And yeah, so that one I remember. That's really funny. You guys.
I love that. If you just hit the Lawson one again, she even knew what it was mashed up with. Touch Me / Wake Me Up.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Miss Lawson. That's right.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
I'm very impressed.
I'm very impressed. I literally was like, no one's gonna get any of these. We're gonna be able to use our no button.
Can't we? You have a no button? Oh, boy.
If you have a no button, if you usually when the quiz is not audio quiz to begin with, if it's just like a spoken quiz, you hear Alex Newell riffing when you get answers correct, and you hear the no button if you get an answer wrong. But since you're an audio quiz, we're laying off the sound effect board.
Yeah.
Here comes your next Thank You Riff. If you're just tuning in, I believe that's 4 for 4.
Yeah, that's 4 for 4.
All right, here comes the next one. Will we stump Broadway's Ben Fankhauser? Here it comes.
I know that one. I know that one because of the other voice.
Yep.
Yes.
And impossible to not recognize voice.
Right.
That's right. Just
another former guest of the show.
Of course, one of the greatest singers of our generation.
Agreed.
Natalie Weiss.
Yes, and what's the song?
The song is Halo.
Work. That is our second Beyonce of the game.
Second Beyonce and second mashup, technically.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I love a mashup. I love Beyonce. Can I just, the way that I made that riff my ringtone when I was 19 years old.
Oh my God, of course you did.
Yeah, I was probably 19 or 20 years old before an iPhone, when I had like a slider phone type of phone. Yeah, that was my text tone. Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh.
Did you have a sidekick? Because that's what I had when I was a kid.
Wait, was it a sidekick? It was like you could talk on it like this, but then to text on it, you would turn it this way and slide it up.
I'm pretty sure that was a sidekick.
I think that's a sidekick. But I also had like the weird Verizon version of that. I don't remember what it was called though.
Something else. Okay, great.
V squared.
We only have a few more of these left. We really thought this was going to be harder.
Do that one next.
This one?
Yeah, that's this one.
Okay, this one's like super hard. So we'll see if anyone gets it. Here it comes. Hold on, don't say it. Let's see if the comments.
Wait, can you just do it one more time?
Here it comes one more time. Ooh, it's a quickie.
It is.
We get in and out of that sound cue real fast.
The best thing about this one is I didn't have to search through the song. I just found a YouTube video and I clicked on it, and that's just how it starts.
One more time to see if
not the official one, but like someone in the audiences.
Yeah, one more time. Let's see if the kids at home have any guesses on this. Although here come the guesses. Hi, Michelle Cabot. I see you in there. Here comes our current question.
Yes.
The question at hand. Here it is one more time.
It's so good.
It is not Belief, but shout out to Alexander Sajoyan.
Yes.
Ben, do you want to give us the answer?
I can. I'm looking in the comments. I guess nobody's really saying it. Oh, hi, Michelle. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, of course. It's my arrangement, my crazy arrangement of Seize the Day from Newsies. But
that's correct.
Stare down the eyes. Seize the day.
The way I stayed up like until all hours of the night I wrote that arrangement, just going, just like a crackhead or something. I was like, no, more sections, more 12/8, more gospel.
So funny.
Obsessed. All right, we're 6 for 6, and we have only 2 more left for you. Will we stump Ben Fankhauser? Time will tell. Here it comes. Whoops. Here comes your next. Where do you want to end? We have one penultimate and one ultimate.
Let's do that one first.
This one first?
In order, yeah.
Okay, second to last question. Here it comes. Oh, that's it. One more time for the folks at home. Here it is.
Whoa.
How about that?
This is hard. Most of this song is riffing.
Whoops! I almost hit the answer. This is the question.
What the heck? Well, okay. I'm listening to the piano, I'm not sure if I'm playing the piano or if someone else is playing the piano.
I'm gonna guess you're not.
You're not playing
the
the piano.
Okay.
Based on what this song is, because I have not even seen this video, but I could tell you based on the song choice that you were not playing the piano.
And you were not at 54 below.
Oh my God. Does anybody have any guesses? People
They
say Kiss the Air, but I'm like, I don't think so.
Are you sure you don't think
Kiss
so?
the Air. Kiss the Air. Scott Allen.
I didn't mean to hurt you this way, but I'm not what you need, so I guess I'll just be on my way.
It was indeed Kiss the Air.
I did not know that, so that was a stump, unfortunately. That sounds like Listen from Dreamgirls.
It does. The song sounds very similar to Listen. I say that all the time.
Especially like On My Way. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I don't believe in you.
Yeah. All right. Here comes your last
Last
question.
one. I'm so proud of you, Ben.
I'm super proud of you. This one, no pressure, but this one's the last question. It's for the whole game.
Yeah.
Here we go with your final Fanky riff.
Don't need you anymore. Don't need you anymore. Don't
If
need
only you could sing more notes faster. Like
on the word
just-
more,
Come on,
too.
get with it.
Okay, I gotta know this. I'm not gonna look in the comments for 1 second. Don't
Okay.
need you anymore because I know it. I really do.
Mhm.
You do.
Anymore.
What's so funny is I can hear everybody watching this downstairs.
Yeah, the people that were on vacation, with are watching this downstairs on the TV, but they're 15 seconds behind us.
Wait. Okay, I got this. Don't need you. Don't need you anymore. Don't need you anymore. It's a pop song.
It is a pop song. It is not what you own from Rent, although that is a good question. That's a good suggestion in the comments. It is not from musical theater. It's a pop song.
I know what I was wearing in this video.
So do I, because I've watched it twice today.
I'll tell you right now, I'm wearing a blue linen button-down short sleeve with a white thing around my sleeve, like that.
Mhm. You are.
Because y'all know the struggle when you do a concert and YouTube comes and shares it with all its YouTube friends. There's like a pressure of like, I can't wear this shirt again. Because all my YouTube friends have already seen it.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, I know what I was wearing. And it was a Ben Rauhala show.
It was.
It sure was.
And I'm looking in the comments and I figured it out from the comments.
Have you?
It stumped me, but it was a good thing.
I don't think I see it in the comments.
It's right here.
Good thing.
Oh, here it is.
You refuse to see this. Don't see it anymore.
And then a ton of applause. One thing
ton
we've
of
learned.
applause.
One thing we've learned in stalking you today is that you are frequently interrupted.
Yeah.
How rude in the middle of your
I've
performance.
had to cut out like applause breaks in the middle of your riffs for
Yeah,
this game
yeah.
today.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me just check my scorecard. Carry the one. And I'm gonna say you win. That is a victory for Ben Fankhauser
You're a
on
winner,
today's
baby.
game of Name That Fanky Riff.
Thank you so much for that game, you guys. That was really hilarious. And
It
Thank
was
you
super
for
fun.
playing.
Yeah. Thank you for playing.
I'm honestly surprised. I knew. Well, maybe I'm not. I don't know. You know, those things are so traumatic. Those one-offs. You're like, you spend the entire day, you spend the entire week just getting yourself ready to embarrass yourself in front of the entire world, and then you go up there, it's all right. It's pretty good, but it's like,
Yeah.
traumatic. So I'm like, yep. I know what I was wearing. I know how I was feeling that day.
Yeah, I'm actually
So
not
funny.
surprised that you got as many of them as you did, because I think what's
Oh, I
important,
totally was.
what's important for some people to know and remember is like part of what I think makes you as kind of extraordinary as you are is your musicianship that is like learned. And it's like you're not just like up there riffing and like letting whatever fall out of your mouth. Like it's thoughtful and it's planned and it's labored. It's worked for.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah.
And when the world comes back into after this craziness, we're doing Ben's Fanked at Broadway again because it's
we are.
some of my favorite. I was telling everybody, I was like, it was one of my favorite nights in 54 history. It was always one of those shows that all the staff just stays and watches.
That's so sweet. Thank you. I've been thinking a lot about that show and how to redo it, bring it back for the 2020 post quarantine life.
Apocalyptic. Yeah.
Well, speaking of, we're ready for it. But speaking of the post-apocalyptic life, when we get there, which we will, we've got 2 questions that we've asked everybody on the show, and so we've come to that part of the evening. These are the hard-hitting journalism moments.
Yes.
Question for you is, times are super weird right now, but what is something that has been keeping you going? What's been something that's brought you some joy, or kept you going, or kept you hopeful and smiling in this really, really weird time?
Great question. And I guess this is going to sound a little bit like a plug, but it's really, truly has kept me going. So I'm writing a musical right now with Alex Wise, Broadway's Alex Wise.
Oh my gosh.
Indoor Boys and many Broadway shows.
Did you guys meet on Spring Awakening?
Alex Wise and I grew up together in Cleveland, Ohio. What do you think about that?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God, I love that.
Okay.
We need to get Alex on the show. Go on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, he would be so funny. He's such a doll. And
he's hysterical.
So we've known each other many, many years. And last summer, we got cast as best friends in The Flamingo Kid, which had an out-of-town production in Hartford. The Flamingo Kid, of course, based on the 1980 movie of the same name, directed by Gary Marshall. And that show was so fun for us. And they put us up in these apartments right next to each other. And we were inseparable. We lived at the same dressing room station. We were on stage together. We were at home together. So we just got we were already so very close from growing up, but we just got even closer. And we just, sometime in October or something to start writing a musical. So we've been writing this off-Broadway musical for about a year, and it's coming along so well. And we work on it probably almost every day of our lives. And it brings me so much joy because thanks, Adina. Because the reason we started writing this musical is because we were both having frustrations with show business in that, no one really wants to see us right now. Sometimes it feels like it's so hard. You have to wait for someone to give you a job in order to have a job. That's
totally.
So much, that's just the hardest thing about being an actor or an artist, I think. So we were like, you know what, screw this. Let's not wait for permission to do our work. Let's write something. And so first we were like, oh, maybe we do a concert, maybe we do a thing. And before we knew it, we were writing this story that turned into this book musical. And it's this really intimate 3-person show that we're really, really excited about. And as soon as all this stops with the quarantining, we are sort of gearing ourselves up to be ready to go right when things start to open up again. We want to be some first shows back.
That's amazing.
So that's something that's been keeping me going is working on a little side project, a little passion project, a musical.
That's so incredible.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm having so much fun. I've never written a musical. I've dabbled,
Yeah.
But
are you guys both writing music and lyric on it and book?
That's right.
Wow.
That's our baby.
That's a big deal. This really is
Yeah.
for those of you who are not in maybe in musical theater, but are supporters or one step away. Writing a musical is a big deal, and when you do it with somebody, it really is like having a baby.
Yeah,
you and Alex Wise are really,
you know what,
locked and loaded.
It really is, and we spend so much. I can't even tell you how many hours we have spent thus far, and that we do every day. And the hardest thing about birthing a musical is sometimes you realize some of your creations aren't serving the story in the way that you hoped.
Right.
Sometimes you think you can do something stronger and you have to end up cutting or to be derogatory, killing your babies.
Yeah.
We say as writers. So that has been a really interesting thing too, of just spending, 15 hours writing a song to then 3 months later say, we're going to put that song in the trunk and we're going to make something new. So it's been a really fun process.
Yeah.
That's great though. Congratulations. That's
Thank
such
you.
a success and that's an
I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
So you've tied our questions together, of course, but I'm still going to ask you the second question. And if it's the same answer, that's okay. But our other question for you is, not to rush past this or try to lift anything too soon, but, this too shall pass. And when it does, what is something that you are looking forward to in the future?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to, well, first of all, I mean, everybody says this, I know, but like just to getting back into the theater.
Yep.
I was watching that In the Heights documentary the other night,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my God, like, you know, at the end of an opening number, when it's like a big old musical and the lights and everybody's hitting it and we're all in the same room together and we're like all experiencing that in that moment. It is like, is there anything better? The answer is no.
Right.
Obviously. But so I'm obviously really looking forward to getting back into the theater, into places with people, because so much I've realized, you know, so much about what I love about this life is theatrical life, is that we're sharing it with people. We're making connection, whether we're talking to people or whether we're just sharing a story with people. And that, I mean, I just realized how essential that is. Like, look, you know, we're not meant to live in quarantine. We're not meant to be separated like this. We're not a species
Right.
for that.
Yeah.
We're meant to lift each other up. And it brings so much more meaning to the art that I hope to do, which is art that gives people like a sense of, you know, purpose, and it gives people a sense of release from their troubles, and gives people a sense of nostalgia and empathy, all that stuff we talked about. So I'm really excited to get back to that, and to be able to like teach voice lessons in person, and to like go do workshops in person and not over Zoom, which has been fine, and we've all adapted to it.
Yeah.
In fact, some amazing things have come out of it, like you guys starting all these shows. This is incredible, you know, and like I can't wait to see how that translates to the live, live, because I know that's coming.
Yeah, because it's on the books.
We've got a date. We'll talk later. You'll be getting an ask email. Don't you worry. It's going to be great.
Yeah, so that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing people. And I'm looking forward to not living so much in like fear in a way. And I'm looking forward to electing Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Yes. Oh my God, we forgot to talk about that at the top of the episode.
I know,
my
we did.
God, are we excited?
Yes, we've been screaming for Kamala all week.
Yeah.
All week.
So that's something I'm looking forward to. It's interesting at this time. It's hard to like name like what we're looking forward to, because it's like there's a lot. So yeah, that's one thing I'm looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, we love you.
Yes.
This has been the best hour, and I'm feeling great.
Yes, I feel wonderful.
You guys, if you don't follow Ben Fankhauser, which of course you probably already do, but if you don't, there goes his handle. It's going to scroll across the bottom of the screen any second now.
2, there it is.
He's got so many cool things coming up, so please give him a follow. Speaking of cool things, we're about to end this episode in the next few minutes, and you're going on to something else tonight.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us if you're looking for more Ben Fankhauser tonight? If this wasn't quite enough for you,
that's right.
Where are you going next?
Thank you. Next, I'm doing Seth Rudetsky's and his husband Stars in the House fundraiser for the Actors Fund, because if those of you who don't know, Playbill.com is streaming Newsies the Musical tomorrow.
Never heard of it.
Oh my gosh.
So if you want to get your little your banner together and get your papes all together, you can
put on your little Newsy hat.
Okay, I know I'm going to be having mine. And so we're doing, this is all to fundraise for the Actors Fund, an amazing organization that helps everybody in the entertainment industry, not just onstage people, but backstage people as well. They donate to so many causes. Just off the top of my head, this is unprepared. Meals on Wheels, the Phyllis Newman Women's Health Initiative, breast cancer research. They help, when we have these terrible hurricanes, they help. And anyways, and of course, they're helping with all kinds of social justice causes and pandemic-related issues at this time. So we're raising money for the Actors Fund. It's going to be me, Andrew Keenan-Bolger, Jeremy Jordan, Kara Lindsay, Aisha DeHaas, all from the movie. And we're going to be shooting the breeze with Seth in a little bit. And then I want to plug one more thing, y'all.
Do it.
Come for it.
Another live stream on Sunday. My good friend Lance Roberts. If you don't know Lance Roberts, he's like kind of a legend in my eyes. He's done like many Broadway shows and beyond. And he's nearly a theater historian. He's got so much great insight into the business. I mean, he's worked with the best of them. And he started this great new program about people getting the call to make their Broadway debut. And I'm really excited to chat with him. He's had like Glenn Close and like some Uber celebrity so far. So
Yeah, never heard of her.
Wait,
It's
that's
fine.
so fun. Where do we find this?
So we find this on YouTube. I'm going to be posting about it on my social media over the weekend, but it's on YouTube and it's called
It's called something. But if they follow you at Please and Thank You, it'll be there.
That's right. That's right. So that's what I'm doing on Sunday. You can catch me a little bit later tonight. Catch me there on Sunday. But
Booked and blessed.
Having me
Booked
there.
and blessed. Oh my
Yes.
God. Thank you.
Thank you for
I know the
coming on the
world.
show.
Yeah, the world is wild right now. So we really appreciate you spending a little bit of time with us.
Thank you.
And yeah, we adore you. We can't wait to see you when it is safe to do so in person again.
Likewise. All the best, boys. And thank you for doing what you do, bringing the joy to these people every week. Because
Thanks.
Lord knows we need something, you know?
We sure do.
We sure do.
And
Well, you're the best.
Yes. Cheers, Ben.
Have a great second show. We'll be tuning in.
Yes.
thank you. Thank
And we'll
you.
see you soon.
Great to see you all out there.
Yes.
Bye, bud.
Bye.
If you're just tuning
We're so
in,
close to each other. If you're just tuning in, you're late.
You missed our very special guest bartender today. Was Broadway's Ben Fankhauser from Beautiful, the Carole King musical, Spring Awakening, Newsies, of course,
The Flamingo Kid.
the Flamingo Kid, and soon to be stars in the house with Seth Rudetsky. Welcome. If you're here for the first time, we were so happy that you joined us.
Yes.
As always, there are 2 more shows coming your way from this network this week.
Yes, we do.
MT Trivia is on Monday nights, and you guys, we've got the tea to share with you today.
Yes.
This
Breaking news.
Breaking news. This Monday's guests for MT Trivia with Christopher and Kevin Metzger-Timpson are J. Armstrong Johnson.
And
this whiskey was delicious.
It was. And Alex Brightman.
Alex Brightman.
Yes,
Alex Brightman.
Beetlejuice himself.
You have to say it 3 times.
Beetlejuice. He'll show up on Monday.
Then, of course, Good Morning Tonight with myself and Jackie Cox is on Tuesday. And Dylan and I are back
next Thursday. With some amazingly fun guests.
You want to tell them about our guests?
Yes, of course. We have Broadway's Nathan Lucrezio and Catherine Allison on our show.
Nathan Lucrezio from the newly announced film
of Diana the Musical. Didn't even get to talk about that either.
Yeah, we have a lot. We're going to be hearing about a lot next week.
Yes.
And so we hope you will join us.
Yes, I think that's all for today, though, Michael.
That is. You guys, as always, we love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in. And we will see you next week.
We can cheers in
We can
person.
cheers for real.
Weird.
We'll see you next time.
Yes.
Cheers, you guys.
Bye.